It's just weird. It's just so weird. You have to let me know in the comments how I'm doing on this review inside a restaurant. It's just the strangest thing. So I'm Steve and this is the Chippy Tour. SwiftOrder are supporting me on this mission to support real independent chippies. They're a family-run company helping takeaways offer online ordering without paying commission. So if you'd like to take orders online or you're fed up with paying high fees, SwiftOrder is an easy, reliable platform with one clear, low monthly cost. It's simple to use and it's backed by a UK support team that's always ready to help. Right, okay, now this is a little bit different because we're eating in a restaurant, as you can see. This is DARCY'S in Derby. Normally everything's incognito, but if you're eating inside a restaurant, whether that's a chippy, whether that's even a McDonald's, whatever, it's not incognito, is it? So Sue's enjoying a Greek chicken platter, and I've got their chip shop platter. We've got the Haddock, we've got a battered sausage, look at that thing. We've got their mushy peas and chips, obviously, a slice of lemon. We've got their in-house fish cake, and we've even got the complimentary tartar sauce. Now this is really weird because everything's always incognito, but not today. It just feels weird. So anyone reviewing indoors like this, you can't be 100% sure you're not getting preferential treatment. But due to the horrendous weather outside, it's like a storm out there, we decided to do this. And next year we'll probably do a few more. Let's get stuck into this anyway. So we've got their Haddock. Let's go with it. I just wanted to open that up a little bit there so you can see inside, and I'll zoom in on all these. It's a whole new way of videoing because I've only got the little camera here, the big camera. You can imagine the difference in the quality. So let's start with this. Look at that. Nice thick flakes on there. Beautiful colour. That is delicious. I'm going to have to break a bit of this batter off with my fingers. That is a delicious piece of haddock. That's a good size too. When you consider I've got the platter and you get some of this tartar sauce on there. Look at that. There's tons of it. Made in-house. The staff have been really nice. Let's break into this fish cake. Now, this is made in-house and it's a breadcrumb. Look at that. So I'm going to dip that in the tartar sauce. That's really nice. Although it's quite heavy with the mayonnaise. And he's sort of lightening up almost into a mousse. But that is quite heavy, quite thick. But there's plenty of capers and gherkin going on. It has got a great taste. That fish cake is superb. Let's have a go at this sausage. Look at that thing. I mean, this is a huge plate. Trying to find places to put everything. Let's have a look at that. Now, at first glance, I thought that batter was going to be heavy. But it's not. It's absolutely spot on. And I'm going to try it with some mushy peas. I'd go with coloured. Let's get on with these chips. So there's also a dedicated counter for the takeaway in here. So you can just come in, grab your takeaway. Great little car park. It's not so small. So like I say, let's break this down. A cup of tea is lovely. The sausage. Sausage is lovely. Batter's lovely. The tartar sauce, like I say, it's a most, I know it's, it's made with mayonnaise, but it's very heavy on the mayonnaise. Something to lighten that up, I think. Or maybe some small pickle in there or something just to break that mayonnaise up. But it does taste okay. Mushy peas, a little bit too sweet for my liking. The fish cake, wonderful. I really enjoyed that, and I love the chunks of fish that are going on in there. Look at that. Look, the haddock. Really, really tasty. and a lovely batter. The chips, nothing wrong with them chips. So it's back to the computer. We'll look at some reviews, a low one somewhere in the middle, a high one of mine. We'll see you there. Well, what a wonderful fish and chip restaurant Darcy's is. And I was on my way from Cheshire to Peterborough to go to a chippy event, the Chip Baron's Ball. It's crazy. There's so many different events in the fish and chip shop industry. There really is. And I had to admire the signs because they were all neon, all lit up, beautiful signs. And that evening, I actually met the people who created those signs. So let's have a look at some of these reviews. 2-star. The parking is inadequate and there is little alternative with all the surrounding roads. Permit only because of the hospital. Response from the owner. Hi Tiger Feet. Thank you for the feedback. We actually have 34 parking spaces, including 3 disabled bays. During our busy periods, it can be difficult to park, but we do have a good relationship with our neighbours. We do hope you had a lovely meal and the team looked after you. 3-star. A few times I feel I've had undercooked chips as they are pale and hard, and I think it's expensive for what it is. Response from the owner. Hi Emma, thank you for the review. We'd really like to know more about your experience. If you can email us, and there's the email address, we take huge pride in our chips and we prepare them fresh every day. Many thanks in advance. 5-star. This was the first time we'd been to Darcy and we weren't disappointed. The food was delicious, fresh and cooked to perfection. The lady that served us was so friendly and nothing was too much trouble. An absolutely wonderful experience, highly recommended. Mine, 5 stars. The weather was howling with wind and rain, so it was nice to get inside Darcy's for a delicious meal and some warmth. The car park has room for over 30 cars, including disability bays. The building is large and well designed with nicely illuminated signage, large front windows and plenty of comfortable seating inside, along with a spotlessly clean restroom area. When I went to the counter, I found the staff polite, friendly and well presented. I ordered the chip chop platter, which included chips, a battered sausage, regular haddock and a chip shop fish cake. You know, the chip shop fish, the sort of generic ones. They're the little flat ones and they have breadcrumbs on them. A lot of people love them. I upgraded the fish cake to their in-house version for an extra £1, which was thick and delicious with lovely flakes of fish. The mushy peas were extra. The battered sausage was a proper large chip shop sausage, tasty and moist with a light crispy batter. The haddock had great flavour, but the batter really stole the show. Overall, great service, great food, and a must visit if you're in the area or just passing through. Cooking in oil, payment cash or card, hygiene rating 5, fish reviewed, haddock. See you on the next one.
Oh, na, it's the Chippy Tour, cruising the coast, can't ignore. With every bite, I'm loving it more. Saving the chippies, that's what I'm for. Yo, I hit the road, got salt in my veins. From London to Scotland, through sunshine and rain. Fish and chips in my hand, it's a noble quest. Supporting the classics, yeah, I'm doing my best. Met a bloke in Troon with a tempura squid. A castle in Wales where I had my bid. From Mushy piece to Battered Mars bar. A culinary Johnny, I'm a food rock star. I'm the Chippy Tour, tasting it all. Beef fritter scraps, yeah, I answer the call.